Hey, what's up guys, Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, as always, salute. Especially my Patreon guys. I really appreciate you. Now, here's the thing about it. Today's video, we're talking about Navy Federal personal loans. Alright? Navy Federal personal loans. Alright? And I'm going to show you how it's possible to get over $100,000 with Navy Federal personal loans. We're not going to even talk about the business side of things. We're just talking about on the personal side of things with personal loans, not even including the credit cards. But we are going to touch on that subject. Now, here's the thing about it. It's possible on the Navy Federal personal loan to get up to $115,000. Now, on the thumbnail, I did tell you guys that you can get a personal loan through Navy Federal even if you didn't have any credit. And you may be on, well, how is that possible? Well, here's the situation. If you become a member of Navy Federal and you have a high net worth income, okay, and you don't have any credit, Navy Federal looks at your income and they will give you a loan off of that, a personal loan off of that, to build a relationship. So long as you, and I will tell you, here's the secret. Say that you're making 100,000 plus, okay? Or not even 100,000, just say you're doing average maybe about 75,000 and up, but you don't have any credit. But you open up a Navy Federal account and you did direct deposit, okay? Because you did direct deposits and you can show proof that this is your income, okay? Now they look at this and they see that you don't have no established credit and stuff. Guess what? Because you have that direct deposit with them, now they know that you have verifiable income. That's how you're able to get personal loans with Navy Federal with no credit. All right. Now, that being said, let's get a breakdown in terms of how to raise over $115,000 with Navy Federal personal loans. All right. The first one, all right, is the personal loan itself. All right. It's up to 50,000. All right. Then you have their this is one a lot of people are not even familiar with. They have their home improvement loan up to 50,000. So now you're like, well, if I get a home improvement loan, don't I have to have a home? Hey, here's the thing about it. Navy Federal, they're looking at, long as you're able to have verified documentation and income. Okay, and you qualify for it. Now, in terms of what do you do with that home improvement loan? Again, because it's looked at as a personal loan, all right, you're able to do whatever you want because it's still considered a personal loan. And by the way, for those of you that have FHA mortgages, okay, FHA just opened up a new program that you can actually get a home improvement loan through them as well, with less stringent red tape, less stringent attachments to it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But back to Navy Federal, you can get a home improvement loan. Now again, what you do with that money is your business, okay? Because they're still going to treat it like a personal loan, but it'll be a home improvement loan. Now also, and we talked about this, the checking line of credit, which is up to 15,000. All right. And I'm going to actually tell you about another financial institution that give you even more money than Navy Federal, right? But with these here three different types of personal loans, you're getting over $115,000 with Navy Federal. All right. Now, let me address something. I know some of you people have looked at the Navy Federal 25,000 credit card with bad credit, right? And some of you people have some of our YouTubers. Excuse me, I apologize for saying you people, but some of our YouTubers, Okay, they've been denied, but they don't know why they've been denied. So let me help you understand why you're being denied, even for a Navy Federal, when other people have a 530 credit score and they're being approved, but you're being denied. There's a system, all right? This system, it's called Clarity, okay? And it's for bad credit and low income, all right? And it's owned by Experian. So if you have bad credit, low income, and you are a member of Navy Federal, and they turn you down, you may want to check this here system, Clarity. Okay? A lot of people never ever heard of them. But financial institutions, they use this system as well in order to determine if they're going to be able to get you qualified for a personal loan or a personal credit card. All right. Now, here's some other things that can get you denied, or that can become a red flag in terms of when you're trying to get a personal loan as well as a personal credit card with Navy Federal. All right. If you have on your credit report SSI, retirement, or self-employed, any of these three things you have on your credit report, again, it can put you at a higher chance of being denied. And this is very important because most people, again, when they start their business, they put on their application self-employed, okay, without actually naming a position in their companies. All right. And so if you want to understand more about how to set up a company or need consultation of building your business credit, click the link below, check out three-way funding. But in terms of you trying to get qualified for a Navy Federal personal loan or a personal credit card and you have bad credit, these are some of the factors that can stop you from being qualified. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I've had clients that had high income, high credit scores, and they still didn't get approved for personal loans and personal credit cards with Navy Federal. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there so you all are aware of why you need to do certain things or check certain things when you're trying to get approved for personal loans or personal credit cards, whether it's through Navy Federal or any other financial institution. Now, how do we fix this? Well, here's how you fix it. All right, I'm going to show you 3 or 4 things that you can do in order to help boost up your credit score 100 points or more. All right. Number 1, okay, you can remove inquiries. All right. And in terms of removing inquiries, like I told you guys before, with some of the credit bureaus, what you would have to do, you would have to lock up your file, contact the credit bureaus, especially if you have multiple inquiries where you was shopping around for a mortgage or you was trying to shop around for a car loan. Especially car lenders, they're notorious for doing this, putting a whole bunch of inquiries on your credit report without your permission. So this is where you would have to get on the phone with the credit bureaus. Sometimes they would ask you to send in proof of documentation and stuff. Some of the credit bureaus, they can remove those inquiries within 24 hours, okay? But by you removing these inquiries, that would help boost up your credit score, all right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is adding AU, all right? Now, again, in the industry, people are like, oh my God, the AUs, you can't use AUs. Nah. Trust me, the financial institutions, in order for them to keep their business going, they have to have people coming into the system. And so one of the best ways for them to have people come into the system, if you're already a client of theirs, they say, hey, invite your friends and family members, add them on as an AU, right? So they can start data mining and pulling this information up so they can start soliciting them to sign up for their credit cards and stuff like that. So when people say, hey, use, no. Don't listen to that. Now, here's something about AUs that has changed. With some of the creditors, okay, like the day you've been added on as a AU, that's the day that they actually report. But that's not with all of them. It's just with some that started doing it. That's the reason on your credit report, you may see like your credit report most of the time may only show 2 years of history. But if you're looking at the date open, it would actually tell you the date open. Like Capital One, they're actually still giving you the original history date. All right, but some of the other lenders and stuff out there, they're only giving you the date when you started on the AU. Okay, now you still get the trade line, plus it also still boosts up your credit, but at the same time you just don't get that history date. And it just depends on the card. Like I said, all cards are not the same the way that they report. So that's the reason when people say, oh, they report. No, that's not correct. I understand what they're saying, but that's not correct, because we deal with credit every day, and we're seeing that what trade lines actually, what date is reporting. So, or what day that the trade line is, the date, the open date is reporting. So we know exactly why things are happening. Okay, so that's the reason I'm telling you guys, AUs work just fine. Now, number 3 is pay weekly. That's right. If you have credit cards and stuff, and say that you're going to use over 30% of that credit card and stuff, I would definitely encourage you to pay weekly. And the reason you want to pay weekly is because of this. Each credit bureau, okay, does not pick up the data at the same time. So you may have a Chase card, okay? You may have a Chase card where your Chase card, they may only report every 2 months sometimes. And you be like, hey, what's going on with my credit score? Well, it's just because of the time when they actually are reporting. Okay? The time of actually when they're actually picking up that information. So again, each credit bureau, they pick up at different times. That's the reason that your credit score fluctuates. Alright? Now, here's the 4th one. Credit line increase. The reason if it's possible to do a credit line increase is because what happens by you doing a credit line increase, all right, your debt to income goes down. All right, so that means that you have more you have a higher chance of being approved for other credit cards because your debt to income is lower. Okay, and if I'm explaining this to where you feel that, hey, I really get this, would you give me a thumbs up, share it, comment, let me know, because I think I know it helps with the algorithm, but at least you know that, hey, he's actually communicating this the right way. All right, now understanding these are 4 ways to help boost up your credit score over 100 points easily. Let's talk about some of these other creditors that offer personal loans. And one of them that's been a bit controversial is American Express. All right, because American Express, here's the thing about their personal loans. It's invite only. It's invite only. Now, here's the thing about it. You have to have had a credit card with them for at least 90 days plus, all right, in order to get that invite only. But they won't do a hard inquiry on your credit. Here's the good thing about American Express that I continue to tell people. The reason you want to build a relationship with American Express, because once you have that first credit card, then all of your other credit cards you apply for, they do internal data processing, okay, data mining and stuff to see if you qualify, so that way you don't get those extra inquiries on your credit file, okay? And another thing I like about American Express, because say that you want to buy a car. Well, if you have a large enough limit on your credit card, and this is the reason I tell you you want the American Express business credit card, because say that there's you want to buy a car for Toro, okay? So you have American Express Delta card, right? That gives you $25,000. The car costs $15,000. So you can buy it with your American Express card, right? Business card. The reason you want to use the business card, because if you max it out, it doesn't bring down your credit score, and it doesn't increase your debt to income ratio on the personal side, right? And at the same time, by you using your business credit card from American Express or any other company, when you use your business credit card that doesn't report to the personal credit side of things, then and you max it out, it's not going to hurt your credit score, but also that card that you plan on putting on Toro, now it's an asset of the company. So if you need more understanding of how to properly set up the corporation and more detail about business credit cards and stuff, click the link below and check out 3-Way Fund to set up a consultation. But at the same time, or I shouldn't say but, adding to that, like I said, is leveraging, because you're starting to build up your business credit, okay? And by you continuing making more payments and stuff on time, this builds up your business credit. That way you can be able to get more credit cards on the personal side as well as the business side with companies like American Express. All right, so that's the reason that I'm telling you why these strategies work. Now, in terms of American Express personal loans, they only go up to $25,000. All right. So that's the only drawback. They don't give you a whole lot on that side. On the business side, they give you a lot of money. All right, but nonetheless, it works. Now let's kick it up a notch, because let's talk about some of these other credit unions that are really starting to step up their great game. And you don't actually have to be any relation to military, because I know a lot of people, they're stuck on, well, I don't have any family members that are military and stuff like that, and so I can't get into Navy Federal. That's okay. That's okay, because I got a solution for you, and here's one of those solutions. You have First Tech. Now, with First Tech, they'll give you up to $50,000 personal loan, all right? And then they also offer you at the same time, you can get a $25,000 personal line of credit, all right? And again, you don't have to be military. Now, for these here other credit unions, you have to be join the American Consumer Council, which is, I think, is maybe about $10 or something like that. But that gets you into these other credit unions, all right? So that way, you don't, if you can't get a relationship with Navy Federal, then First Tech is very good. As a matter of fact, I've seen a gentleman that had a brand new credit file that had AUs, and he had a few trade lines, and First Tech gave him a $20,000 credit card with a brand new credit file. So don't tell me that, oh, these other companies out here aren't the same as Navy Federal. Actually, they're starting to make it more relaxed to be able to help more people get into these financial institutions. As a matter of fact, even with the banks right now, because they're in more competition with the credit unions and third-party lenders and stuff like that, they're starting to try to make it easier for people to get credit cards and stuff through them, because they no longer corner the market. So it's going to be a bigger opportunity for you to get access to credit cards, whether it's through the banks, credit unions, or third-party financial institutions. All right. Now let's talk about another credit union that you can join. and that's Alliant Federal Credit Union. Now, with Alliant Federal Credit Union, here's the thing about them. They offer personal loans of $50,000. Okay? The thing about it, again, they do soft pulls, and they pull from TransUnion, right? So instead of getting that hard inquiry on your personal credit and stuff, when you join Alliant Federal Credit Union, again, instead of getting that hard inquiry, they do the soft pull from TransUnion, all right, to help you get qualified for that personal loan. Now, again, the biggest secret that most people miss in terms of building a relationship with these financial institutions is having direct deposits. So if you work in a job, having a portion of your income direct deposited over to these credit unions, it shows that you're actually having a relationship. That way they can have verifiable, it's much easier for them to have verifiable income to verify. Now, for some of these personal loans also, they may want to see a couple pay stubs, right? So that's the reason you want to do the direct deposit, because that represents your pay stubs, because you actually have direct deposit with them. So that's the reason that you want to be able to use these strategies that I share with you in order to build a relationship. Okay? Now here's one. You have the State Department Federal Credit Union. Okay? Now the State Department Federal Credit Union, $100,000 personal loan. $100,000 personal loan. So just on the personal loan itself, they doubled Navy Federal. Okay, so they automatically beat out Navy Federal. And again, here's another thing about it. They have the 30,000 personal line of credit. So now you have 130,000 with them if you want to go with them instead of Navy Federal. If you can't get into Navy Federal, the State Department Federal Credit Union, they also, and again, they may just do a soft pull on your credit, because you can call them up on the phone, letting them know that, hey, I want to apply for a personal loan. Can you help me bypass the hard inquiry? So getting them on the phone and just asking them, is it possible I can bypass the hard inquiry? And again, if you have direct deposit, this is why it's important to start building a relationship. Okay? Now, here's another one. This one surprised me. It's called Patelco. P-A-T-E-L-C-O. Okay? Here's the cool part about them. So they give you $50,000 personal loan. They give you $50,000 personal line of credit. That's $100,000 right there, right? Also, they give you $5,000 overdraft protection. So they give you $5,000 overdraft protection. Okay, so now you have some credit unions, other credit unions that you don't have to be military to go to and to be able to join. And there's a lot of other credit unions out there. Now, what if you have bad credit but you have income, okay, strong income, and you don't want a hard inquiry on your credit? Where do you go? Okay, so here's these guys. I'm gonna have to make some room here. All right, we'll start here. You have Upgrade. Now, Upgrade, they go from 1,000 up to 50,000 as well. Now, your credit score with Upgrade is about a 560, right? But it's a soft pull. And remember, like I said, if you're trying to go for larger limits and stuff, I would definitely see what's on my Clarity credit report before applying and stuff like that. But if you have a high income, low debt to income ratio, again, these are the type of lenders that you may want to look into. All right, so you have them. You have Upstart. They go up to 50,000, and with Upstart, they're about a 580 credit score. Okay, so they're about a 580, but again, you're looking at a soft pull. So this is some of the lenders that you may want to consider. Now, here's two more that's up to, here's one that's actually 100,000. That's Sophie. Now, many people heard about Sophie, but it's a soft pull, and you can get up to $100,000 loan. So again, depending on your income and your debt to income ratio. All right. So here's a platform. Here's another one, a platform that you can check out, and it's Lending Club. Now with Lending Club, they want a 600, okay, but they will do a soft pull, and they're up to 50,000. You have Lending Club, and then you have what's that other one? Best Egg, okay, and with Best Egg, it's a 600, but it's up to 50,000. Okay. So again, if you don't want the hard inquiry on your credit and you're not really looking to build a relationship, you're just looking for funding, but you have high income, low debt to income ratio, those are some of the ones that you may want to look at. Now, if you have like really bad credit and you just need a small loan, you don't need 50,000, then here's a few that you may want to consider. You have, and I'll put the link for some of these down below in the description. You have bad credit loans, okay? And they go up to 10,000, all right? But again, no hard inquiry on the credit file unless you actually accept the loan. So, and like I said, smaller amounts, but hey, you just may need a small, short emergency loan or whatever. So that's why they're there, okay? Then you have Cash USA, all right? And they go up to 10,000. All right. Let me know in the comments section, guys, again, if I'm explaining this correctly. I know it's a long video, but again, I'm trying to help you all to understand how to maneuver in terms of when you're trying to get personal loans, personal lines of credit and stuff to make it easier for you. Because I have yet to see somebody that actually expose you all to clarity, okay? And again, because a lot of people are, well, why they turn me down? Well, now you have a resource that you can turn to, clarity, to find out why is it that I've been denied a personal loan, okay, or a personal credit card when everybody else that have credit worse than mine, they are being approved, okay? Also, you also have to consider if you have, if you're in check systems, okay, or you're in early warning systems, all right, for some of these lenders, like check system, early warning systems wouldn't apply to these here companies. They will look over that, okay? But with the credit union, some of these credit unions may take that into consideration, and that may also cause you to be denied, all right? So that's the reason that you need to understand this. So that way you have enough knowledge to say, okay, they won't give me a loan. They won't give me a loan. You know, why is it that these people are getting a loan, but I can't get a loan? Well, also, don't forget you have your Community Development Financial Institute.